If it is more south, Gadd, I'm going to be very annoyed with you because you were wrong. Just keep going down here. You'll actually notice that my max health is now much higher than it was earlier on in the episode. That's because obviously where I split this recording and went away for a week and got very stupidly addicted to something else, I had to walk back to the dungeon, and as I was coming back here, some of the Angradorans outside killed me, and I just kind of realised, yeah, my runes have been bad since factions. I still stand by what I said. You don't have to min-max everything. There's this kind of horrible culture around this game where people think you have to be perfect in all regards. I mean, I played factions very... oh, here he is. Here's the inscribed sentry. I played factions in a very sub-optimal way, but still kind of proved that it was very easy to get through. You don't have to do it, but this has made a big difference getting my health here. So anyway, Gadd and Livia are speaking. They say, "You there, Shining Blade Girl, extract this inscription." Of course, Gadd, but remember, you can't do this alone. Okay. Not quite sure what to think of Livia just yet. She's a bit weird.
Be careful.
What does she actually say here? The importance of this mission to the Shining Blade cannot be stressed enough. Yes, I've heard that already. What does Gadd say?
Why are you bothering me?
This is no time for chit-chat. That's the same default response. Okay, alright, so we've got the inscription, and we can move up. There's actually kind of a little bit of an annoying, I don't want to say bug, rather quirk to this mission, where Livia actually has to go over to the Etins. It's not just something that happens in dialogue. She really does go over to the Etins after you've killed them, kneel down at them, and extract that inscription, and that unique animation comes out. That really happens. And it's cool that they went to the effort of actually making that happen, when really they didn't have to, but as a side effect of that, you can kill an Etin and then run away and expect Livia to have just automatically done it, but she hasn't been close enough, or the AI hasn't realised to do it, and then you can kill an Etin and come all the way back over here, and the gate won't damn open. Anyway, Gadd's using decipher inscriptions now. Give me just a moment. This is so far beyond you, it would make your head spin. There we go, and he's opened it up. Great, so we get to the next floor. Most dungeons in this game have got, well, the deepest most of them go to is 3 floors deep underground. Some very dangerous, very cool ones manage to go all the way down to 5, but this is one of the 3-floor ones, I think. So we're on the 2nd floor already, very easy. It's quite nice. These 2 Asuran missions. What people like to do in this game is continue filling out their book. Oh, hold on, Gadd speaking. He says, "There's an inscribed creature to the southeast again. If you know how to read a compass, look at the S and the E and walk between them. That's southeast." Oh, you patronising bastard. Okay, well, I don't even have a compass, and I'm going to find it, so you can suck it. What was I talking about? I've completely forgotten. Anyway, here's more Skelk, more of these kind of albino Skelk. You actually find albino rats and stuff underground, if I remember correctly. And there's another, maybe white crabs as well, when you're up in the northern Shiverpeaks, which is very cool. You only find them underground. But more Skelk. Considering how many Skelk you actually end up fighting underground, I quite would have liked it if they had a bit more story associated with them. I mean, they look pretty cool, don't they? What are they supposed to be? Are Skelk regular mythological creatures, guys? Are they? If they are, tell me in the comments, please, because I wasn't aware. And by the time I finish filming this, I'll probably forget to wiki it. So yeah. I've just thought of something, actually. I was going on about how the White Mantle, this was where they could have been sacrificing their people. How did the White Mantle know to get down here? How did they know to get through all these doors? In fact, there's dialogue later on in this quest where Gadd mentions, oh, nobody's been here for like 1,000 years. So, you know, none of that adds up. Oh, damn. None of that adds up at all. Brilliant. Oh, well. Well, Wiki said that it could be. I still like the idea. Maybe there's another way in there. Yeah, let's just stick with that. There's another way in. Anyway, I love this room, actually. Nice big tree in there. And lots more crypt wings, lots of incubuses. Very annoying. Actually, speaking of that tree, Sylvari week is now over. And I'm pretty happy with it. If you guys were following that, loads of information came out about the Sylvari. The new redesign came out. I'm still not much of a Sylvari person. I can't shake the feeling that it's just not the kind of character I'd like to play, but the lore post they did on Friday, which I'll probably link to in the description of this video, is so in-depth, and so it's probably one of my favourite lore posts they've ever done. I don't really care for the race that much, but it was such a fantastic read. I really, really enjoyed it, and of course, So if you guys have got the time, it's quite long, but that's probably one of the reasons why I like it so much. But if you do have the time and you're interested, seriously, check it out. It's the most information we've had about the new... Like, the Silvari was supposed to be like the new mysterious race, right? You know, you don't really learn anything about them in Eye of the North. You can kind of see some significant places, which I've alluded to already quite a few times. Come on, come back down. This is the annoying thing about the bats. They constantly go up and then come back down, and you've got to wait for them. Well, I say annoying, it's actually quite cool that there's that unique little thing about them. But yeah, it's a brilliant lore post. We also obviously saw like the video of the grove where the Silvari, where the pale tree is, and the pale tree looks pretty cool. It's not how I imagined it at all. Like if thinking about this room here with this tree, this is kind of what I imagined the pale tree was going to be like. Just a massive tree with lots of branches that you can walk around on. But the video showed like the top of the pale tree, and it looks really cool, really unique, pretty awesome. It's a shame, in the first trailer that they released for Guild Wars, you could see, for Guild Wars 2, sorry, you could see the pale tree a little bit with the Silvari in their old design, and it looked like there was going to be a lot of verticality to where they were, sort of their hometown was trees, and you'd be going up really high or down really high, and there were like houses halfway up the tree and all kinds of awesome stuff like that. When now you look at it, and it seems to have been completely flattened out, which is a shame, because I was really looking forward to that. I thought they'd made amazing use of the Z-axis on that trailer, but it doesn't look like they've done that anymore. Okay, yeah, where's the Etin? We're close to the creature now. This one isn't moving much. Perhaps it's guarding something. You going first. Oh, we are going the right way. I completely forgot about it whilst just rambling on there. But yeah, so that's a shame, but the tree does look pretty awesome. Like, I was looking at a video of it on YouTube at one point, and just nearly all the comments were talking about how it looks just like it was inspired by Avatar. Like, people joking about James Cameron directing Guild Wars 2 and stuff, which is pretty funny. And you can't deny it is quite heavily inspired by that. You can definitely see it. But it's cool. I mean, it definitely is. Anyway, moving on. Enough of that. That's got nothing to do with what we're doing. We're on our way to a bloodstone, damn it. Oh, yes, I remember this room. So this is, this is like the big room where you kind of see, people used to live here. Who crafted this? People used to live here. This is something I really hope we get in the sequel. I hope it's not just sort of... the developers were like, oh, we want to have underground stuff. We're going to have big rooms. And they were like, oh, but where did the rooms come from? Oh, we'll just throw in a stupid line about them being extinct races. No, I want elaboration, damn it. I want this to be gone into a bit more later on. Yeah, we got lots of skeletal hounds here. Again, undead.
Be careful.
Maybe these ones aren't even associated with ore. Who knows? Just undead from a long time ago. There's actually a small piece of lore that I missed, basically. I missed it, and all the way through Prophecies, I just wasn't talking about it at all. Basically, I can't remember where it's from. It's from maybe the description of the Hall of the Heroes, or the Underworld, or something. Or it's the manuscripts talking about the undead. Oh yeah, so in this room, these undead are actually allied with us. Don't let that fool you. You can't fight them yet, but in the middle you'll see the Etin. And the second and he's got 2 hounds with him. The second you fight the Etin, all of these undead, they're all over the room watching us, will all suddenly turn against us, which is brilliant. Like, when I first came here, I was actually crapping myself because I was like, they're going to come alive. I know they're going to come alive, and eventually they do. That actually looks like one of the old Abaddon things. Are they just reusing assets there, or is that actually significant? Those were all over the Realm of Torment, remember? Like, some of them had the names of every person that Abaddon had ever killed or wronged. Anyway, God, we're gonna have to do it, aren't we? Let's do it. I think if you spike out the sentry, all of the undead that turn hostile will actually die straight away. I hope so. I don't know. I just have something in my head telling me that that's what's gonna happen. I hope so. Come on. Well, he's down. Yes! Check it out. And then they all fall down dead. Brilliant. So you can panic there. You can say, oh my god, I'm surrounded, and then sort of run back. But don't. Just attack the Etin. You can kill him, and then you'll be safe. Right, so Livia says, these inscriptions are fascinating. I wonder what created them. That doesn't matter, Necromancer. All that matters is that I will figure them out. Right, okay, but yeah, back to what I was saying. Basically, there's this small bit of lore that talks about if a spirit of something who dies has got unfinished business or something, it will choose to stay and eventually become a ghost. And that is it's a very small line, but that's basically confirmation that you can have undead without a giant elder dragon of undead creating them, or a lich. When the hints are the vizier was controlling the undead with the scepter of Or, which came from Or, which is probably probably got something to do with Zaitan, so it all seems to be linked to him as far as undead are concerned. But that little line does say, no, look, there are other ways that undead will come about. Anyway, I hope I explained that well. Next inscription stone. Gadd says, these inscriptions are interesting. No wonder no one else has gotten here. They didn't have me. Yeah, so he says nobody else has got here. I can't remember whether I just imagined that line about nobody being here for 1,000 years. I think I probably did. Alright, here we go. The third floor. Finding the bloodstone. And this is where it is. If we press U... No, we can't actually see it. But we're very close now. Does that actually get more potent? Yeah, remember it was 20 health at the start. Now it's 60. It's not more potent. And I believe when you walk towards it, it looks like it's just an empty passageway. Where is it? Is it down there? Yeah, it looks like an empty passageway, I think. But then everything just... Oh, no. It's just lots of scale. I know things drop down on you down here, though. It's like, for what it is, it's a small passage, but it's jam-packed with monsters. It's a bit like what we saw in the Domain of Anguish. A bit. Obviously, nowhere near as dangerous, but it's tricksy like that. There are also traps down here, if I remember correctly. I like how the Skelk kind of glow as well. Maybe that's just the lighting making it look like that, but that's cool. Anyway, Gadd says the inscribed power emanating from this room is immense. We must mind our steps. Well, you should, as you'll be walking in front of me. After you. Oh, thank you, Gadd. Thank you very much. Keep on moving on. Why aren't there that many things here? Maybe it's only in hard mode there's a lot of things. Like I said, in hard mode in Eye of the North, it does change spawns. It must just be hard mode. Really? It's so empty in normal mode? Wow. Crazy. Okay, you might as well have just completely ignored me there then. Oh, one thing that I actually wanted to mention as well, we'll see it more later as she comes into the story a little bit more, but Livia, I don't know whether any have come yet, I doubt they have, but most of her idol quotes and her fighting quotes actually come from like all films in the 1940s. It's pretty crazy, like Casablanca and, I did have Notorious from the 1940s, all these films, everything she says seems to be like references to actors and famous lines and quotes from those, so do look out for those. I won't be able to mention them all, but it's pretty cool that they did that. And it's all from films in that region, and I don't know why. Anyway, right, so Gadd says, defeating this Guardian will allow me to harness the Bloodstone's full power. Well, what are you waiting for? Well, here we go. This is the Bloodstone. You can't really see it very well. It's down there. It's not got the magics running through it like we saw in the Maguma or like we saw with the Keystone, but it is a Bloodstone. I assume at one point it did have those magics on it because on the doorways you could see that same symbol as I pointed out earlier on. Anyway, so our next objective is to destroy the inscribed Guardian, protecting the Bloodstone. This is a reasonably hard fight if you're not careful. There's actually 3 patrols around. Again, it is the same situation. If you can knock out the Guardian, this guy's a lot more powerful than the other Etins, but if you can knock out the Guardian, everything else will die. But it's a question of getting to him. You can see how this scythe is actually allied. Why is that allied? Just one scythe, really? Hello? What the hell? You serious? And there's another one over there? Okay. I think we have to aggro the Guardian and then... Yeah, I think that's what happens. The second we aggro him, all these other things are going to come to life. Alright, I'm just going to try and spike him out. If you guys were trying to capture his elite skill, I can't remember what it is. It's a ranger skill. But it's actually impossible because the second you kill him, the cutscene will trigger. I might wipe here, but... As with all places in Eye of the North... Have I really talked about this? You can never wipe in missions in Eye of the North. You always could in the other good things, and you'd have to go right back, right? But if you wipe in missions in Eye of the North, so you can wipe, but it won't actually kick you out of the instance. You always resurrect. So there you go, he's dead. And boom. And you might have seen something say unlocked up there in the top left corner. Well, at the Bloodstone.
I need to extract the essence. Vec, bring me a canopic jar. No, a jar, not a crystal, you idiot.
You should be using an ether crystal. Extracting with a jar is unsafe.
Don't lecture me about safety. You've always been too timid in your research, Vec. You never fail to disappoint me.
I swear if we didn't need him, I would shove him off a bridge.
I heard that. Livia, hold this while I make the extraction. This might hurt a little.
If you're extracting the stone's essence, the energies could kill me.
Then get one of the other humans to do it. Don't bother me with trifles.
Vec's right. You should use an ether crystal. It would be safer.
Ether crystals aren't free. Bukas willing to take the risk are cheaper.
That's what you think of my people? They have no value to you?
Not my problem. Are you going to help or not?
You've had mishaps before. You rush things and others pay the price. This is wrong. You're wrong. I refuse to be a part of this. I'm sorry.
Fine. Run off and leave me with the dirty work. Everyone wants results, but no one wants to pay the price. So who do I have to kill to get some decent help around here?
Amazing. So that's all it takes for Livia to have a change of heart. One mission. Yeah. I don't know whether you guys expected any more. But that's just how this game tends to go. So there we go. That's that mission complete. 2 out of the 3 Asuran missions done now. We've still got another primary quest to do though. Remember there was a 3-way split at the start. So yeah, and that unlock thing that you saw, that was Livia we unlocked. We can't actually read the dialogue. That's really annoying. They put dialogue up there. Sorry, a little bit of lore about her, but you can never read it. Well, anyway, she is unlocked. So we can actually now add her, another person for the team, a necromancer. And yeah, next episode I'll probably give you the information about her. She's pretty cool. You probably guessed that she was going to be a hero. Lots of people use her. We've now seen Elias, the Master of Whispers, and Livia. Those 3 heroes. If you guys are really new to the game and you're playing it along with me, people do like a really powerful build with those 3 guys. I've now shown you how to get all of them effectively. So do check that out if you want. But yeah, there we go. I think that's about it for this episode. It feels like I've not been recording long because I kind of had that massive break before entering the caverns. But yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you later.